So today what we're talking about is prospecting.
I'll run through a quick PPT now, and we can talk about everything later. Let me just run through everything, and then we can go forward with what we're doing. Okay. So what we're talking about is digital sales and marketing training. Basically, it's called network marketing. You are essentially a network marketer or an international network marketer, because now with the digital and the marketing, we can connect with everybody worldwide. So what do you need to be a really good marketing and sales person? You need mindset, you need skills, and you need strategy. So what this means is you have to have the right mindset that you can talk about your product or your service or your project together, and be confident about it, and give information to the people that, of course, they're going to choose you because you know a lot about it. You have to have that mindset. Um, Skills is also important, and strategies is also important. So let me just go through those. So now we have a shiny new website, and we're ready to drive customers to the website. So first, we need to get our mindset right and our skills in order and our strategies in order. So let me just run through those. So we want to go prospecting or fishing. We want to send out email calls, phone calls, direct messages. We want to put content on the different platforms. We want to have the hashtags. We want to enter into the groups and find these prospects. Once we have these prospects, we want to follow up. We want to drive ads to them. So whenever they turn on their mobile device, there's us there. We want to interact with them and become their friends. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to specify, instead of just throwing shit at a blanket, we're looking to find the people who we think 90% are going to be a hell yes. We're not looking for a 60% maybe. So these are the people that we're specifically looking for. And as we get more experience, we'll recognize these people and they'll naturally come to us. So what we want to do is get our mindset so that they come to us instead of us going to them. We've got a full schedule of Zoom calls. We've got a full inbox of emails. We've got a nice pipeline coming through, and we become easier to connect with. So as far as the easier connect with, there's a lot of SEO strategies and content creation, but we'll come back to that later, because actually Daniel already did a video about SEO and everything, which you can watch here. So what do you need to be a good salesperson, a good network marketer, a good all-round entrepreneurial style person? One of the first things you need is to be hungry. You need to be hungry to get that sale, get that percentage, grow the business. Be hungry. And these kind of people are very important within our ranks, because the hungrier they are, the more effort they will put into developing their mindset, developing their skills, and understanding the strategies. And the second thing they need, and it's very important, is they need to be coachable. They need to understand that we still need to learn a lot of things and a lot of strategies and a lot of skills, and you're not 100% on everything, but have the need to want to be coachable, and then have the need to, once you've been coached, to coach other people, because the skills you're learning. And once you learn a skill or a strategy, nobody can take that away from you, and it's a talent that you can use for the rest of your life. So you got to be ready to sell from 0 to 1 million, and you've got to be hungry and ready to learn new things. So actually, it's been made easy for us, because Eric Worre is a 30-year professional in this, and all his videos are on YouTube. And I suggest the link that I've put here. Everybody go and watch this video and understand exactly the role and what you're needing to do, and the skill sets. It's all free. You just go on YouTube, click the link, watch all his videos, understand, and self-learn and self-improve, because this is what this is all about. Maybe you don't have the right mindset yet. Maybe you don't have the right skills, and you don't have the right strategies. But going through this process, this is what we're going to teach you, and slowly, you'll become a rock star. That's what we're looking to develop. 3 things to become a rock star in sales and marketing. So let's go on to the mindset. Mindset is very important. If you can rule your mind, if you can control your mind, you can control the world, you can control the universe. It's very important to start with your mind, which is you. So it's all about you. You need to understand who you are, understand your weaknesses, understand your strengths, and really have a look at you and how you, by adding some skills and adding some mindset and self-improve, how you can be a rock star as well. So it all starts with you, and it's a conscious decision that you need to make. Um, do you want to go down the avenue of being exceptionally rich, right? Or do you want to go down the avenue? It's all about you. Which avenue you want to go down. So it starts with a conscious decision. You've got to let go of the employee thinking, because in a sales role, you will also get a percentage. So it's more about, if you self-improve yourself and self-improve the systems, then you can maximize your sales and not be tied to normal salary. You understand? So you've got to think more like an entrepreneur. You've got to realize that everything is not a problem. It's just a solution that needs to be sorted out. So when you're presenting your project or your product or anything else, it's just a concept that needs to be worked out and then put slowly down into a plan and just get it done. Which, putting everything in a plan and getting everything done, is hard work. So you've got to put the work in, and you've got to have the confidence to talk to a CEO and close the deals. You've got to put yourself at his level. So it's very important, confidence. And the networking and sales and recruiting and training and all this sort of thing, it goes into every single business. Sales is your core, it's your number one, your revenue stream. So everybody needs to understand this concept and how to do it and how to get better. Skills. What skills do you need? Well, finding prospects. So finding prospects, basically, you're searching for them on LinkedIn, you're searching for them on Google, you're searching for them on their websites, you're finding the prospects. This is a skill that you need to learn. So there's many tools that will help you to find these prospects. AI tools now, there's a lot of tools that can assist. Next thing is inviting the people. You've got to invite them to either email you or reach at you or WhatsApp you or Zoom message you. Preferably with today's technology, if you can get them to Zoom chat you, you can very quickly get a relationship with that person, become friends, understand who he is, understand what he wants, and sell him your product. So you've got to get used to inviting people and talking with people. And this is where presenting comes in. Presenting is a very important part, because you need a clean PPT or a clean talk or a clean email, which will cleanly present what you're trying to talk to him about. So everything needs to be polished, so it's an easy process to go through. So once you've done your presenting, then you've got to follow up, because maybe that person needs to go to somebody else and talk to that other person, then you need to present to him, and then there's a follow-up procedure. This is important, and a lot of people miss on this one and lose the customers. You've got to have that follow-up. You've got to continue. And again, there's tools out there like Salesforce, which you can put it in the pipeline, and it will send you a message and say, hey, Paul, don't forget to follow up on this prospect. And then you can send your email or your direct message or say, hey, let's jump on a Zoom call. I haven't heard from you in a while. So then it comes to the closing part. And a lot of people struggle with this, but the closing part is most important, because you want to sign the contract, you want to sign the deal, you want to show him the quotation, you want to get everything in black and white, and you want everything to be moving on. So getting people started by doing everything is also very important. You can't just sign a contract and then put it on the ground. You need to put a system in place for it to automatically go through the system, and then the business happens. So getting the people started, having the right systems is also very important. And then promoting the events, promoting the product, promoting yourself, promoting because, hey, I've just done a new sale and let's talk. We're all about promoting each other. So these are the 7 key principles that you need, the skills that you need to learn. Now, have a think about this. On a rank of 1 to 10, where are you on finding prospects? Where are you on inviting for calls? Where are you on presenting? Where are you on the follow-up? Where are you on the closing? Now, I'm not expecting anyone to be 10 out of 10. I'm not expecting anyone to be rock stars. It's a whole process that we need to learn step by step. But once you have these skills under your belt, it'll change your life. So, strategy systems. Now, this is very important, strategy systems. Right now, let's say I've gone on LinkedIn, I found a guy, and he wants to buy 2 containers of e-chargers. So then I send an email to him to confirm. He confirms. Then we send an email to somebody else to do the purchase order and the quotation and everything else. Well, it would be better if it was in a clean, defined strategy, because in the early stages, it doesn't matter because we're only getting 1 or 2 orders and it's going through, and slowly it'll happen. But if you have a system in place like Salesforce Navigator or Trello or something like this, then you just put it in the system and then the system takes care of it and everybody does their job. So a customer acquisition, what to do when you get, how to get the customers, the customer onboarding, when you get the customer, how to put it through all the purchase order systems, the distribution acquisition. So when we get new manufacturers on board, what's the acquisition, how to get them on board, how do we put them in our system, distribution onboarding. And then we come to the core rank, which is basically the team and how they interact with the customer acquisition and the onboarding and the distribution acquisition and the onboarding, how they interact, what system we have in place that everybody knows what everybody is doing. Event promotion. It's important that we promote ourselves, whether it's doing a Green We show, interviewing the manufacturers, or we do an event, an outdoor event, or whatever we do, we need to be making noise so that we have the content to push in front of the people so that we can get more customer acquisitions. So events is very important. And leadership development. Leadership development is basically training like this, or you go away and you use YouTube and you train yourself. And leadership development, and we need a separate structure for this on leadership development with different training videos and everything else. So leadership development is very important. So the onboard process. So we go off and we're looking for customers, and customers turn into distributors, and distributors turn into our core rank, and then we find the leaderships within the core rank and turn them into rock stars. So start with we focus on the customers, how to get the customers. We focus on the distributors because customers can also become distributors depending on what kind of customers we have. And distributors can also become customers. So this is the process. Again, if you go to the video that I mentioned earlier, this will give you a detailed version of what I'm talking about. So systems. Now this is a map of a B2B, B2C sales and marketing system. And they all have different programs and different tools that we need to use to maximize our abilities to get to the customers, because we can't go and visit a customer. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but we can Zoom call and we can call and we can use this digital technology. So these are the tools that help us to amplify what we're doing and who we are. So the sales one, sales and content. We've got cold calling, but now it's Zoom calling. We've got emails, all the things to do with emails, which will help to amplify emails like MailChimp, these sort of things. Content creation. We want to put a regular content in front of these people so that we can maximize and have them coming to us. So content creation, like Zoho Social, where we can put 6 months worth of content and just it pumps it out using AI by itself at the right times. Social media. Now, the problem with social media is it takes up a lot of time. It's a lot of effort, but it can be maximum viral content. Or you can put a lot of money into it, like for Facebook ads or Google ads, and you get results out. So it's either maximum effort, big results, or paid effort and some results. So there's actually two parts of it. But right now, we can use the social platforms, and I think we've got LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and the website set up. I haven't done others, but these are strategies that we need to look at. Website, we've got a shiny new website. We're just finishing polishing it. So that's ready to go. Now we need to look at other things, the marketing tools and the content. We can also use influencers. Well, influencers is generally for B2C, a consumer product. So we don't need to use the influencers at this stage for industrial products, which is the B2C. Okay, so what's the flow? What's the flow? We collect the data, we connect prospects, we receive emails from prospects, we send quotes to the prospect, we receive quote from the manufacturer, we send prospects requests to purchase, we follow up with the prospect, we sign a contract with the prospect, we send bank details to the prospect, we receive money and transfer to the manufacturer, we confirm delivery and time and logistics, and we email and do a follow-up with the customer. So this is the basic system that we need to follow. I'm just going to run through the collect the data, connecting with the prospect, and receiving the email from the prospect. The other part, sending a quote and all the rest of it, we'll do in another video. So let's go on. So LinkedIn, what's LinkedIn for? LinkedIn is 650 million business people where we can collect the data from, and we can research data on those people. So not just collect their names and their business numbers, but it also gives us opportunity to read about them and read what they're commenting on and read what they're interested in. It gives us a lot of insight into that one person and that business so that we can use that whenever we need. So collecting data, we can automate this process. There's software there that will help us to automate. And we can use AI technology so that it knows who our customers are, and it can check this data to the prospects that we've collected the data on. So it'll save us time, and we can go for hell yes instead of maybe or not sure. So we can just save our time for going after the hell yes. So Trello, everybody needs to understand Trello. And the reason I keep saying about Trello is it's a database that we can put all this content in, because without that database, we're just searching through emails. And then the email provider becomes the database, and you're searching through all these emails. So yes, I understand we 100% need the emails because the Western people communicate everything on email, but everything needs to be backed up in this easily accessible database that everybody can connect with and can see. And it's got lots of uses and lots of versatility, and it's a good piece of software. We can list out all the companies that are prospective for purchasing. We can do the daily tasks. We can do so many things. We can put the training videos in this database. We can do many things. So this is researching a company. So we know everything about it. And as we go along, we can also add more details about it, or where we are with the customer and what information we've given to the customer. So emails, we've got a nice new email now. We just need to polish it a little bit. We've got a nice bottom header. We just need to polish it a little bit. So we need a 4-touch system for the email, and it's got to be contextual. So the email that you send to them, you've already done your research on them. So not only are you just telling about yourself, you need to tell something about them so that they understand that you've done some research on them and you think they're a good customer for you. So the 4 emails have to be really thought out, and just change them depending on the customer and the product. But we still need to polish those, but we're looking for 4 contextual content. And then we need a follow-up system. Once they say, yes, please, what do we do next? So repeat customers. Direct messaging. Direct messaging is great for becoming friends and just chat and become friends. And you can find out how you can help them by becoming their friend and finding out their pain point, and so that you understand how you can help them to solve their problem because you have this resource and can help. And the primary goal is to arrange a FaceTime so that you can quickly resolve any friendship, or you can quickly resolve any strategies, or you can quickly resolve how you're going to go forward. And then you can use it for communication, info, and links as well. For direct messages, it's very versatile. Zoom calls. Zoom calls are very good. And now 2021, this is the way we've done Zoom calls. We can't fly, we can't have exhibitions, so we have to be confident in front of a camera and understand the joy of Zoom calls. So what are you doing on a Zoom call? You're finding out how you can help them, you're finding their pain points, you fine-tune your personal presentation so that when you speak to them about your product or your project or your service, you're confident in saying what you need to say. So this takes a little bit of presentation skills and a little bit of thought, but once you've done it a few times, it's just the same song that you're singing every time. And it's just a different variation of that song that you're singing. So you want to communicate with them once they've heard your song and they're happy with you. You want to communicate with them, okay, how we will go forward. What way will we go forward, and how long it'll take, and this sort of thing. And then after you've done the Zoom call, you need to arrange a follow-up email to just be professional, just say, hey, thanks for the Zoom call, blah, blah, blah. We discussed this, and this, like this, yeah, a follow-up email. Okay, so then we come to, that was about getting the leads. That was about how to talk to the people. That was how to get your mindset, how to get the skills. The next part is quotes, financial, logistics. So we'll talk about that in another training video, but I suggest that we use Salesforce. I suggest you use Salesforce because it puts everything in a pipeline, which connects to your financial system and it connects to your logistics. And it's just basically set up for a whole pipeline of orders. And that's its main function. So Salesforce, I believe, is the way to go. And that'll help us with the quotes, the financials, and logistics. Content, ads, viral SEO. Again, we'll talk about that in another video, but this tool, Zoho Social, will basically assist with everything to do with contents, ads, and viral SEO. So that's all I've got. This is my link. If you want to get in touch with me, I make it nice and easy. You can book a Zoom meeting with me. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. You can connect with me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. So I try and make it nice and easy that people who want to do business with me can connect with me, and we can arrange a Zoom call and we can talk about cooperation. So that's all I've got time for this time. I'll put some links below of all the things that I've talked about, and any questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for this information. I think it was great. And as I told you previously, I didn't have any, experience in marketing before, but I've already learned a lot in this month. And I feel like I know, what I'm doing now. So this was very helpful. Thank you.
Excellent.